Yo, what's up guys? In today's video I have a bunch of Chicago Bulls news, rumors, and injury updates. But before I jump into today's video, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. We're a little under 200 subscribers away from 22,000 subscribers. So let me just say thank you guys already for that. Also, make sure you guys leave a quick like on today's video. It takes a second, helps me out a lot. And some comments and questions below today's video talking about all the topics and injury updates I'm about to jump into. Also, check out my last video if you guys missed it. I was talking about how the Bulls and the Bulls president was talking to the media. And he was on the Bulls Talk podcast. And he said how the Bulls are reportedly willing to pay their luxury tax to go over and try and build a contending team. Definitely check out that video if you guys missed it. But either way, let's just jump right into today's video because let's be honest, these past two Bulls games have been pretty ugly for the most part, and Billy Donovan has not been happy with the Chicago Bulls. You know, this first topic is a few days old. Billy Donovan did call out the Chicago Bulls for their problems versus the Memphis Grizzlies. And as the time this video does go live, you know, I just got done watching the Bulls versus Miami Heat game, and that game was ugly as well. The defense was just all over the place. The Bulls just were not playing good team basketball. They just looked like a mess from start to finish. I just felt they weren't in the game. The energy wasn't there. The past two Bulls games were just really ugly, and Billy Donovan was not happy, and he called the Bulls out versus the Memphis Grizzlies. You know, he gave a comment after the Grizzlies game. Obviously, the Bulls did lose that game. They did fight back at the end, but either way, the Bulls did get out-rebounded 61-41, and that cannot happen. I know the Grizzlies have Steven Adams, and he had 21 rebounds of his own. You know, 19 of the Grizzlies' rebounds were offensive rebounds that obviously led to 20 second chance points, and the Bulls have had rebounding problems and honestly defensive problems this whole season, especially without Zoe and Alex Caruso. Billy Donovan did say after the Grizzlies game, we fought our way back in the game near the end. I thought we had a lot of opportunities to kind of maybe take the lead. We couldn't rebound the basketball. That was the first thing that went wrong for us coming down the stretch, is we could just not secure basketballs when we forced misses. And obviously, this does have some part to do with the Bulls missing, I'd say, our starting power forward in Patrick Williams. Obviously, the Bulls have been running, I'd say, Demar and Javonte Green at the power forward for most of the season with all the injuries. And I already know Billy is not going to be happy with the Bulls defense after the Miami Heat game last night. And I hate to be like this, but the Bulls are starting to concern me. You know, I know the Bulls have been missing pretty much two starters for this whole season in Zoe and Patrick Williams. And I know there's been a lot of talk on Twitter about how the Bulls can just not beat good teams in the NBA, and that's starting to concern me. I know, you know, like I said, we've missed about 2 to 3 starters for this whole season, but many teams have been hurt this season. Many teams that we've even played have been hurt and still beat us, just like the Miami Heat. I mean, they were just missing Kyle Lowry last night. And the Chicago Bulls are now 2-13 against teams with a 60% winning percentage or better for this season, and that's definitely a concern with the playoffs coming right around. And like I said, obviously with Pat, Zoe, and Alex Caruso, the defense and rebounding should, I'd say, go up. But at the same time, I feel like those 2 to 3 players shouldn't make that big of a difference, especially if you're one of the best teams in the East. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about how the Bulls have struggled against playoff teams and just good teams in general. And obviously, Billy Donovan calling out the Bulls and just not being happy with the rebounding and their effort for these past 2 games. And like I was just talking about, how the Bulls desperately need Alex Caruso, Patrick Williams, and Lonzo Ball back. Some more injury updates did come out about those 3 players just yesterday. Alex Caruso and Patrick Williams are progressing as expected throughout their, I'd say, rehab. So that's great to see and hear. But both of them do remain a couple weeks away from being reevaluated, so that's definitely still a concern. You know, Billy Donovan did continue, and he was talking about Alex Caruso. He said Alex Caruso was able to get on the court. I saw before the Miami Heat game that him and Patrick Williams were shooting around and playing some like 3-on-3s. But Billy Donovan did continue and said he's on the court. He's doing some work with the basketball for the first time since his wrist surgery, but it's going to take some time to get some strength back in that area. Said Alex Caruso can barely pass with his right hand right now. He's obviously not cleared for contact, and that could be a couple weeks. And even though this does sound like a setback, this is about the targeted week that Alex Caruso is expected to start activities with the ball in his hand. And this is the 5th week into his 6 to 8 week time frame, I'd say. So hopefully he is back soon. And like I was saying earlier in today's video, the Bulls desperately miss Alex Caruso and Lonzo Ball's defense. And I saw some stats on Twitter and a lot of people saying how, like, with Alex Caruso, the Bulls have like a top 5 defense when he is in the lineup, and without him, they're like 25th or something like that. So that's insane how just Alex Caruso can provide that much, I'd say, defense and everything like that. But either way, definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about those quick little injury updates. It's good to see that Alex Caruso and Patrick Williams were back on the court shooting around and playing some 3-on-3s before the Miami Heat game. The Bulls desperately need all 3 of those guys back for defense and rebounding. And the final topic in today's video is about Anthony Davis. You know, it's kind of funny. Just about a week ago, I made a video about how an NBA insider does expect Anthony Davis to get traded to the Chicago Bulls in a couple years. And it was fun to make that video. It's always fun to talk about some rumors, especially, I'd say, about a Chicago kid in Anthony Davis. But I'm going to be honest, the comment section in that video was really ugly. You know, a lot of Bulls fans were mad at me for wanting AD back, if he obviously could ever get healthy. And I said that many times in that video. You know, Anthony Davis, when healthy, is probably the best power forward / center in the NBA, if not top 3. And since I put out that video, there's been even more chatter and rumors going around the NBA. You know, the Anthony Davis to Chicago Bulls rumors are popping up here and there, especially among many NBA executives. And since I made that video, a bunch more articles and rumors have came out. And obviously, there's been a lot of drama with the Lakers and LeBron James for this whole season, and obviously Russell Westbrook as well. But according to Heavy.com's Ryan Stone, you know, an NBA executive spoke to him, and he said that he wouldn't be surprised if AD did move back to his hometown of Chicago. You know, he did say this quote, which was really surprising. You know, Chicago is the one place I can see AD saying, okay, if you're going to trade me, send me home. He has always wanted to play for the Bulls. That is not a big secret. He wants to do something for his city. If you are Chicago, I do not see how you don't make an offer, at least feel it out. And I love AD. You know, he's from Chicago. One of the best power forward / centers in the NBA when he's healthy. But that's a big thing. He hasn't been healthy for these past few seasons. And he just hasn't looked right since the Lakers did win a championship. And I'm going to be honest, I really don't want the Chicago Bulls to trade for him unless they know this man is 100% healthy. And I'm going to be honest, I don't see the Lakers trading him unless LeBron does, I'd say, dip out of there in a season or two. But even at that time, you know, I don't really trust Anthony Davis and all of his injuries. And it doesn't help that he is getting up there in age. I mean, currently he is 28 years old and he's already been dealing with injuries. And it also doesn't help that for the next few seasons with the Lakers, you know, he is under contract making about $35 million this season, about 38 next season, and then 40 and then 43. That's just way too much money for someone that just can't stay healthy. And even when he has been healthy, he hasn't looked like, I'd say, the dominant Anthony Davis that we all know he can be. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video talking about all the topics and rumors and injury updates that I just broke down. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.